Niners sideline, the head man, Ben Johnson. His guys are playing extremely well, 8-2 over their last 10. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And it's a pretty good return here as we'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Purdy bootlegging it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason. So now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Second, like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's going to trot onto the field. He might even sprint onto the field after that one. That's a momentum play. That big punt return probably yelled over to the special teams guys, thanks, because now they've got a chance to cash in prime real estate territory.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal at the 1. Looking to throw is Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Swift will take it in. Touchdown Bears. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive is 6 on the scoreboard.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 21 carries, 117 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we have a 1,000-yard record this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Well, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Purdy finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chicago.
On play action, here's Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, nice move. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
4 yards the pickup, first down. In motion goes the tight end. A first carry here for Jordan James.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Purdy now to throw. Pass caught by Pearson. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. In motion left goes Jennings. Throwing here, Purdy. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is taken at the 23. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'll run here with a rookie.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. To the air, Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bears.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Williams. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Bourne going to go in motion left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep. And again to Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's complete. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Guerrero. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Isaac Guerrero, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Dances by him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw once more. Here's Williams. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and a yard.
to throw. Williams.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Menengai.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw. Williams. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall.
And the Bears have taken the lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Oh, what a move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
That's caught by Jennings. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Well, he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Purdy. This is caught by Robinson.
Now 2nd and 9.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
At the 45-yard line.
2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33.
Good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game. Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
Open man is born. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Purdy. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And fresh off that pick 6, here's Purdy. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Purdy will set up the throw here. Completes it to Jennings.
A gain of 6. And the 49ers.
Purdy from the gun. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. But he'll let this go deep for Bourne. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hansen in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half.
Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter.
Looking to put a drive together.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And the Bears first down.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
More yards. That's another Bears.
To the air, Williams.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's Williams. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses yelling at the offense to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
A handoff left, McCaffrey powers through. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
To throw, Williams.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
off the bootleg. It's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Throwing is Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
A gain of 15. First down.
Now a give right side Swift.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
To throw, it's Williams. Pass caught by Burden.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Luther Burden.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. McCaffrey on the toss right. Shifts by at the 15. And he's able to get up here to the 26. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
It's a gain of 16. Brings up second down.
Purdy now to throw.
6-yard line.
Connects with Kittle underneath. 7 yards there on a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
First down.
Bourne going to go in motion left.
10 at the 33-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Now Purdy.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Gain of 15 yards. And the 49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the
Throwing here, Purdy.
Caught out left side by Robinson.
2nd down and 4.
complete to Brian Robinson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 45-yard line.
Robinson up the middle.
He can't get him down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Gain of 4 yards. That's another 49er first down.
Here's Pearsall on the jet sweep.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him
No gain
down.
on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Purdy looking to throw. Gets this one to use check. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy from the gun on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They forced the field goal.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football.
Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy.
Pass caught by Pearsall. Here's a second and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the Bears' 11-yard line.
Purdy.
Now he's swallowed up and taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead as that leads us to 4th.
The kick by Pinheiro is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
This is second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second
consequences against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to throw. Williams. They find some open field here. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run this with Homer. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Here's Purdy. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Purdy. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Down there outside, it's McCaffrey.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Checks this one down to Robinson.
And they call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Here's Pearsall on a jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw.
Purdy. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
A gain of only a yard.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
They'll run. Manungai.
Nice little juke.
And this will be a Bears first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bears first down. A gain of 12.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, here's Swift. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On third down, here comes Swift.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
Now right to Bourne. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Purdy to throw.
And that is incomplete.
That means that just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Purdy to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
13 yards on the play. And the 49er first down.
And he spikes it with just a shade under a half a minute left. 29 seconds on the clock.
To throw is Purdy.
But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Here's Purdy. That will complete to Tonjes.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another 49er first down. First and 10.
Purdy with one final shot here.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Chicago, they improved their mark to 12-4 with one game to go.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.